these tomatoes right here.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Koffin Click podcast. As always, I am Jeff.
Joined by Justin. Hello, everyone.
And this is Juan.
And today, we have a theme for an episode. Most of these episodes are themed, but we've never done it with one actor for all three movies.
See.
So, we have The Wicker Man, which came out September 1st, 2006. God, it feels so long ago.
Just tell them the name first.
Hold on.
Nic Cage in Horror Week.
I was going to have them guess it by the movies. But anyway, it's fine.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Not taking it out. Yes. We're doing Nicolas Cage. And we are doing The Wicker Man, which came out September 1st, 2006. Color Out of Space, January 24th, 2020. And Longlegs, which came out July 12th, 2024. So we're just going to start off with The Wicker Man. Out of all the movies I've watched, out of all the media that I've consumed, this movie has the greatest scene in any movie I've ever watched. And is when Nicolas Cage is so fed up that he punches a lady in a bear suit. That, oh my God, just the sound. But like, this is one of those like movies where the actor, like I felt like I would have done it too. Nic Cage in this movie just progressively gets pissed off. And as an audience member, I was getting pissed off too because, I completely skipped some shit here. This movie was directed by Neil LaBute, written by Neil LaBute and Anthony Schaefer, and this stars Nicolas Cage as Edward Malice, Ellen Burstyn as Sister Summer Isle, who was also in the original, I found out.
Yep.
And Lily Sobieski as Sister Honey, and who has never taken an acting lesson in her life. Because she would just... And then she would talk about...
Take me with you.
Speak up, bitch. What's in the bag? Shark? Yeah, Nick. You fucking idiot. And my biggest quarrel, or my biggest issue with this movie, is that the little girl exploding in the car in the beginning has nothing to do with the rest of the film.
Huh? Well, because it was to say that it's to like make you think that Nic Cage's character is hallucinating that he saved people. That was my theory, at least.
Well, he saved me a bunch of times. And Con Air was one of those times.
Right?
I said, put down the bunny.
But no, like he was hallucinating saving someone in his cop life still before he was whatever he was after.
He was kicked off and became a PI and then goes to an island where it's all women and bees.
Oh, the grand lesson from this movie? Don't acknowledge your exes, and none of this happens. Never acknowledge an ex.
You know what? You're right. Oh my God, you're right.
The entire movie doesn't happen.
Oh my God.
Justin, you just spoke truth.
You did. Big facts, man. Yeah, as many times as I've seen that has never been the lesson for me. The lesson for me was just never go to an island.
All my exes are a Facebook picture I flip off when it happens to come up.
Justin out here being real. What about you, Juan?
It's a rarity, guys.
What do I think the moral of the story is?
No, I don't know. I threw that out there because it makes sense.
No.
Bees, not the answer.
Right.
Did Mark Wahlberg do that in the M. Night
Don't
Shyamalan
be
movie?
allergic to bees.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I like this movie, and like I said, for the majority of these, I'm gonna sound like a hater, but I'm not, because I love Nicolas Cage movies.
Just not these three in particular.
No. No. It's not that. It's just a lot of my notes is like typical Nic Cage overacting. But that's what he's famous for. That's the reason why people love his movies. That's the reason why people watch his movies. So like I said, it's going to sound like I'm a hater, but I'm not. I'm a Nick lover, not a Nick hater.
So there's this thing he does in Gone in 60 Seconds that I often do when I get upset. Mm-hmm. And it's the whole like handshaking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wish he would adopt that for every movie he's in, because if he would have done that in Raising Arizona, it would have been so much better.
Like, one of my favorite lines in any movie that Nicolas Cage did was Face Off, when he says, "Oh, peach, I could eat a peach for hours."
Yeah.
For some reason, I just thought that was so
Do you know-
funny, but
Do you know my favorite Nic Cage quote from Face Off?
Huh.
I want to take that man's face off.
Oh yeah, that was a good one too.
He said the
That was
title
a
of the
good one
movie.
too. That was a good one too. But yeah, so I actually, are we going into the review now, or are you just asking my opinion?
Yeah, and like,
Let's get
overall.
into the meat and potatoes of this movie.
Okay, so you want me to just keep going?
Phallic symbol. Phallic symbol.
All right. So keep going?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So these are one of the 3 movies where I didn't think he really overacted. And I put in my notes that I think he reacted exactly anybody would in that situation. And he wasn't, I don't think he overacted in any scene, really, as far as I'm concerned.
You're not wrong.
Right. I
I
mean,
mean, with the exception,
even with the punching the chick, I mean, he got fed up of all their bull and their lies and their misdirections and everything.
I don't condone hitting women,
Right,
but
I
he's
know.
in
Me
the
neither.
bear suit. He just
Right.
decks her. Like I think she's like, sister, what are you doing? Like,
I mean, with the slight exception of maybe being stuck in the hole with water in it, it's not like there was piranhas in there or something.
that's true.
And
That's the only
But
exception.
I
though.
just
I also put that this movie, out of the 3, this was the most mysterious of the 3 movies, mainly because of what Justin mentioned already, the car scene and all that. You know, did he save them? Were they there? Were they not there? You know, was it in his head? Was it?
No. Do you know what was in his head? Bees.
Yeah, bees. Yep.
No, it's just that Nicolas Cage is so powerful. He saw an unborn daughter before he knew it existed.
Yeah, well, see,
Which he
that
got
too,
the
it could've
ability
been-
from stealing the Declaration of
Because see,
Independence.
I was taking it as a metaphor of his. It was obviously before he knew he had a child, but that was his. You know, oh, I couldn't save my child thing.
You know what? I guess that makes sense.
Right.
I just always took it as I start the movie up. I'm like, okay, this little girl's gonna die. He's gonna get the book. He's gonna get the book. He's gonna go to the island. He's gonna ask if there's a shark in that bag, and then the next thing, no, he's dying to bees. Like
Yeah.
bear punch, bear dick man.
Oh, and then another note I have is the teacher. So I put here the teacher. I think the teacher was crazy, the crazy out of all of them, even the head priestess lady, because she's the one that's actually was teaching the newer generation this behavior, this attitude, this
For the cult.
doctrine, and all that stuff. So for someone that has to teach the younger generation hate men and they're just a phallic symbol and they're just for reproduction and all this stuff, she drank that Kool-Aid so hard.
Haha, Kool-Aid.
Yeah, exactly. She drank
Oh,
that Kool-Aid so
yeah.
Jim
hard
Jones.
that she was actually teaching the younger generation, I guess technically you couldn't say bad habits or bad ideology, but
One
I mean,
punch, 2,000
basically
people.
kind of that's what it was. I mean, it was a cult. She was teaching them culty stuff. So if you ask me,
It's just
she
the
was the
opposite
most
of
evil.
America right now, anyway.
She was the most evilest of all of them, I believe. Plus, she acted really good. I mean, she was like, when she was pissed outside the school, man, she kind of scared me.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God, I wouldn't want to fuck with her.
and just like
And
Yep.
she was like, oh my God, the facial expressions she was making, the way
Well,
she was
not
talking.
just that, she
I
looks
was like,
like.
well, somebody had to match Nicolas Cage.
Not just that,
Right.
she looks like she could be Rose McGowan's long lost cousin.
Oh
So
my
that was
God,
throwing
you're
me off.
right. Yeah,
That was throwing me off because we watched a lot of Charmed in my house.
fair enough.
And
I like
hey, Rose McGowan.
and then
Oh my
the twins, the twin older ladies, they reminded me a lot. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know what this is. You might not. It's even though there was just 2 of them, it reminded me a lot of the 3 Sisters of Faith. The way they're acting and everything
from
like
Greek
that.
mythology. Yeah,
From Greek mythology.
Or Hercules.
Right.
But
Oh yeah,
go on.
Hercules and stuff like that. Those 2 reminded me so much of the 3, even though there was only 2. But I mean, even kind of the way they looked, even though the 3 is one's young, one's old, one's
Oh, I was just trying to make that a
present.
joke about no singing.
maiden, mother, crone.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That
Right.
Those two old ladies in Wicker Man just remind me of Patty and Selma from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Without the cigarette voice, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Bah! You bastard!
But to be honest with you, when I was watching this movie, I was just waiting for some demon or creature to come because they kept talking about the Wicker Man is coming. The Wicker Man is coming. The whole time I was watching the movie, I was like, okay, so where's this guy, this Wicker monster, or whatever? I mean, is it gonna be a tree monster or whatever? I'm like,
Treebeard.
Treebeard. I was like, where's the Wicker Man?
You have all been bad hobbits.
I was like, they're all waiting for this Wicker Man. I was like, and then why are they worshiping a Wicker Man if they're all about women power and they're what do you call it? What were the women warriors, Xena and all that stuff?
Amazons?
There you go, Amazons. That's another thing it reminded me of is they're an island of Amazons. You know.
Yeah, but nobody was getting over on that island.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then the men, were all their tongues cut out?
Yep.
Because that's what it seemed like to me. Because none of them were speaking. I don't know if they were just afraid.
They were
to speak.
They were all lame.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody just reversed this and made Handmaid's Tale.
Yes, and I guess watching this again, like a female-led society isn't really new to me because I read a lot of R.A. Salvatore books, and Drow society is very female-driven.
Yeah,
so like when I was watching this, I was like, oh, are they gonna spawn a cool? Nope, just Nic Cage with a bee trap on his head.
So if you guys bring anything else up, I'll just go ahead and comment on that. But those are the only notes that I had for this movie so far.
Yeah,
other than the kill count, and we'll get to and all that stuff.
Yeah, there really isn't much to this movie. Like it doesn't hold anything. It's just a good Nic Cage film. Like I normally pair this like it's wine. I will normally watch The Wicker Man, Gone in 60 Seconds, and Ghost Rider together for some reason.
Yeah.
And I like obviously the only thing that those three movies have in common is Nicolas Cage. Two of them are about vehicles, but I just like his performances in it, or like Vampire Kiss and Family Man and Raising Arizona. So one of my favorite Nicolas.
What about the new one, the vampire one?
Renfield?
Yeah, Renfield.
That was really good.
One. Yeah, I like that one.
I'm Ghost Rider too, but for a completely different reason. Because as you know, he's one of my...
Sam Neill. Not Sam Neill. Sam Elliott.
Well, yeah, that. But as you probably know and or forgot, my two goats in all of Marvel are Ghost Rider and Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I also like Face Off too. I mean, like I said, I love all his movies. I mean, I could sit there and watch Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah, all in all, like I think that's why we did this episode. Like, you know, it's Nic Cage is a really good actor, and I feel like he actually stole the Declaration of Independence and National Treasure. I just think that movie was a documentary because I can see him saying that.
Yeah.
Like, so
and like the way he tricks Sean Bean and shit, like that feels like real life.
Yeah.
Sean Bean.
Yep.
Rather, I guess.
Oh, and then another
I forgot
one
it's like super nerd people that only say Sean Bean.
I'm gonna start calling him that now, though.
But that's also like the one where he plays himself in that one movie.
Oh, the Unbearing Weight of like Happiness or something like that with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
I still have to see that.
I still want to see that.
That's good. Oh, you want to be seen it?
No, I haven't seen it either.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's good. You'll like it.
Though.
And I mean, why have we not mentioned Fear and Loathing anyway?
I'll say Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Kind of an off-kilter one for him that I don't think a lot of people saw was The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah, I saw it.
But as a kid, my favorite Nic Cage movie was The Rock. Because I thought it had to do with wrestling. And then I saw Indiana Jones's dad, and I was confused.
Yeah. Indy.
I think that's one of like Nic Cage's like best like crazy appearances is in The Rock because that man just.
And then very recently there was the Five Nights at Freddy's offshoot where he's the bad guy, right?
Was that Willy's Wonderland?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But if you're looking for a over the top Nic Cage movie, it is not Willy's Wonderland. He does something in that movie that I don't think he's ever done in any of his movies, and it floored me. I don't want to give it away. When we're not recording, I'll tell you guys if you want to know. But it's crazy.
I mean, I think I know what it is, but yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
You guys got anything else about the Wicker Man? The Wicker Man?
No, yeah.
No, just the kill count and yeah. So the kill count, and I'll leave it up to you fans to judge for yourself. But technically, film-wise, it's 3 kills.
Yeah.
It's the mother, the daughter, which may or may not be fictional. Like I said, that's up to you to decide, fans. And then Nicolas Cage himself, whatever his character's name is.
Edward,
so
Edward Mussel or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Or Edward Malice.
So it could be one person, which is just Nicolas Cage, or if you believe that they were really there, then
I'm gonna say 4 because I think that woman he punched died.
Yeah. No. No, she had a big old bruise on her face.
That's what she did.
Yeah.
Also, I can't recommend the original enough because the original is about religion.
Yeah.
This was just Nic Cage on an island for an hour and a half.
Right.
Koffin Rating, Justin.
I was just gonna say with the original, like the original's weird, and like
But it's
Britishish, very Britishish, and
British.
yeah,
British.
and the whole time I'm watching this one, even though I've seen it before, I was just the same thing I did the first 2 times I seen it. I should just watch the original.
Right, yeah, about 10 minutes in your shot, I should just pop in the original. I already know what's going to happen in this.
Yeah. But no, 2.5 coffins. Just because it's, the pacing was slightly odd too, for me.
Really, I thought the pacing was pretty decent. And you guys know how I am about pacing.
Yep, we know. Yep, we know.
Yeah, I know.
So I actually
Still haven't gotten over that one.
Yep, so I actually gave this movie 3 coffins. Because I liked a lot of things that had to do with, like you said, religion, even though they didn't really get deep into it. But yeah, the religious aspect, I find different religions fascinating. Not to say anything bad about it or whatever, but even when I was in high school, I learned about the Muslim religion. I even learned how to greet them just because I had a teacher that was a Muslim. And so I learned how to say Assalamu alaikum.
Nice.
And he would respond to me, Salaikum salam. So I love religions. So.
I do enjoy learning about somebody's culture just to, like, hey, I'm not a complete jackass.
Right.
Yeah, I had to figure that out overseas.
And I mean, not to quote dogma, but I do believe that no religion has got it right yet.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me that you... I just heard you say you don't believe in God. You have met him, you have stood in his presence. But 3 minutes ago, I just told you that nun. I just heard you say, tell that nun you don't believe in religion because of Alice in Wonderland. Now I gotta fuck with clergy just to keep on their toes.
Yep.
Fucking love dogma.
Yeah, me too.
You're not gonna try and rape me, are you, madam? I'm as anatomically correct as a Ken doll.
All right, Jeff, your rating?
3.5 coffins.
Oh, okay.
Because this is one of the movies that I can put on and quote while I'm doing stuff around the house. And I just pretty much gave out I've said all the quotes that I know from this movie really well. All right, moving on to a Nicolas Cage movie I haven't seen. And a little behind the scenes here about this film. From my standpoint. So the next one up is Color Out of Space. This was directed by Richard Stanley, and this was written by H.P. Lovecraft, Richard Stanley, and Scarlett O'Maris. This movie stars Nicolas Cage as Nathan, Jolie Richardson as Teresa, Madeline Arthur as Lavinia, Elliot Knight as Ward, which is kind of funny that that's the character's name, with a cool name like that. Tommy Chong as Ezra. I was blown away seeing him. Brendan Meyer as Benny, and Julian Hillard as Jack. So before I get into the little fun facts about this movie, I got this movie confused with another Nicolas Cage movie with a similar cover. I got this confused with Mandy. I wasn't disappointed that this wasn't Mandy, because this movie was a slam dunk, and we'll get into that. So the two little facts that I found for this is Richard Stanley's favorite movie of Nicolas Cage is Vampire's Kiss from 1988, and he asked Cage to use the same style of performance, which makes a lot of sense. And then the weather report playing on the television while Lavinia is washing dishes mentions Arkham, along with Innsmouth, Dunwich, and Kingsport. All of these settings are part of different H.P. Lovecraft stories. In addition, Lavinia questions Benny about a former girlfriend from Aylesbury. It's another location that belongs to the Lovecraftian universe. And when I had realized that this was a Lovecraft story, it made me wish that we were still playing Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which we might get back to. But I
actually had that realization the first time you mentioned it, because I've seen a solid bits and pieces of it before this. And I was like, oh yeah, we need to get back to that movie. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's Call of Cthulhu is a fun tabletop system if you have the right people. It's different from D&D. It's different from Pathfinder. The rule system's it's easy to learn, and I mean we were all newbies playing it. I think we got it really good.
Yeah, so, especially if you're one of those DraftKings people where you can't leave it alone. It'll be real easy for you.
True. As far as this movie goes for me, my first time seeing it, outside of Nicolas Cage's performance, there was enough background stuff going on in this film that I forgot Nicolas Cage was over the top. Like, the scene that got me, because I didn't think it was going to happen, I thought it was going to be like, oh, almost got you, is when the mom cuts her finger. Like, he's mad. Like, he's watching himself on the news. And the reporter was like, so, what were you doing? Like, where were you when the meteor hit? Well, I was having sex with my wife because she just had a mastectomy. What the fuck is this movie? Like, what is going on? Like, in the beginning, the daughter's doing all the witchcraft stuff. I was like, oh, bet, this is cool. And then later on, and she's in the basement, and she cuts herself up, like, putting all the, like, wards and symbols on her. And she comes up, she's like, oh, my God. And Nic Cage is like, great. You're cut up, and your mom and fucking brother are some amalgamation monster.
Yeah.
What's going on? But the tomato scene... Like I said, I almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard because it's so. Yes, it's because of the meteor, but just him like picking up all the the fruit, like, oh, you get really big, ha ha ha. To these taste like shit. These are terrible. Slam dunk and just go. And I was like, what? I wish Color Out of Space was my first Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
Now I'll be honest with you. I had a slightly different take on that scene. I thought the tomatoes were perfectly fine, but it tasted wrong to him because he was going through a transformation just like everybody else.
I could definitely see that.
And then he's like, oh, well, these taste like shit or whatever it was he said, because he's actually going through changes because of the rash and everything. I'll get into more of that, but basically he was going through changes, so I think the tomatoes were fine. It's just he couldn't. Yeah. Yeah.
But just like, and since I've watched the movie, every time I throw something away, I say slam dunk now.
I think I might start doing that myself.
It was so out of place. And then him sitting down and like just snapping back to normal. Like, fuck the meteorite. That's just Nic Cage. Like, that's like when he's talking to Lavinia and he's like doing like the Valley Girl thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening? Whoever wants to go.
Go ahead, Ron.
Okay, well, like I said, I have this one of the movies I have a lot. Another one of the movies I have a lot of notes on. But this is one of the ones where I lost my original notes. I was writing it down on something, and I don't know what the hell I did with it, so I had to rewrite them. I do remember a lot of things I was thinking about this movie. But my first sentence, I'm not even gonna read it because it doesn't make sense to me. I was like, oh, that might have been half a thought. So
neither did this movie. Read it.
It just says, let's see. I did not think of this movie at first. So like I said, that's a half.
Fair.
Right. I mean, but I know that's not a full thought. But so that was my first note. But then I got into other notes because I don't know. Sometimes I got a habit of getting philosophical with myself all the time, but which are a bunch of these other notes. But it says, the farm. The reason why I think this whole movie was taking place is because it was being terraformed. That was one take I got in the movie. Okay, that was one take.
Yeah.
Right, that was one take. That
fairy grasshopper thing.
Right, but then I was like, my third note is Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage. All right, and then
that's what I hope for every time I watch one of his movies. I don't care what it is.
Right. Okay, and then I made the note of the whistling. So the whistling, in my head, I was like, oh, the whistling is that the meteor is releasing gases, so that's what the whistling sound is, or it's actually degrading in our atmosphere. So the whistling sound is it deteriorating or whatever, and is making this whistling sound. That's the reason why the little boy can hear it, but some of them act like they can't hear it or whatever, because maybe they weren't too close to the asteroid or close enough, even though you could hear the whistle sound throughout the whole movie almost. So I was like, oh, then this is the asteroid breaking down, and that's the reason why all these changes are happening and everything's getting changed or whatever. And then I also got the weird bug / praying mantis looking creature. I was like, okay, well, that's another reason why that made me think that it was terraforming, because it was actually creating other life from the universe or whatever. And that's where this little bug came from. So, and then I was thinking, well, it could be alien, but I was like, nope. I was like, and like I said, getting
philosophical.
There you go. Thank you. With it is, I was like, oh, well, actually, we are all part of the universe, and we're actually manifestations of the universe, and we're the universe manifesting itself into thinking, living creatures and stuff like that, instead of just being space dust. And I was like, okay, so this is just the universe trying to create more life after creating us, but it just happened to be doing it on a planet that already created life. And I was like, so it's kind of messing with everything. That's the reason why everybody's going crazy on top of everything, besides just the changes. But
Juan, I'm a proud flesh mech hurtling on a rock through space. All right.
Yeah.
Juan, I could have watched this movie 10 times in a row, and that never would have hit me.
Really?
Jesus.
Right.
Holy fuck. Well, can't watch that movie the same way now.
Right. And then, like I said, and then my third thought about this movie was, like I said, just an asteroid hitting Earth, and it's actually degrading in our atmosphere. And like I said, that's why all this stuff is happening, and it just happened to be creating life.
The asteroid found Nic Cage specifically and said, "I'm gonna put you through some hell."
Right. But the only thing that kind of throws that theory off is the whole, like, the weird, everything getting merged together. The mom and little boy getting merged together. The bursts of energy and stuff like that. But then that could also be like like I said, that's the universe, because there's bursts of energy in the universe all the time. It just doesn't happen here on our planet.
Or all
like the sun and all that.
All the tiny flying spaghetti monsters in the pink mist know how to whistle.
Right. Well, it could be.
Because that's just what I kept thinking of. Oh, Lovecraft! Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so, like, knowing that this was a Lovecraft story, I was like, I should go back and read it before we do this. I didn't.
Right.
But I was like, oh, this is going to be wicked. Like, I love Lovecraft's work. I love that a lot of his stuff is being adapted more, at least on the mainstream side of things. And the movie ended, and I was like, yeah, that was Lovecraft.
And then the whole fact of the colors part of the whole movie, and the colors that they seen, the color of the universe. I mean, we have the Aurora Borealis that has different colors. So the universe out there in space is not just black. I mean, there's colors everywhere. We have other planets. We have other suns in the universe. There's other galaxies. So there's obviously other colors. It's not just black out there.
Like, yeah, the magenta is definitely obviously a mix of like red and blue. And I didn't write the note down. I should have, but if you look it up, there's like a scientific reason for it being magenta.
Right. Yeah. And then sorry not to cut you off, but also our atmosphere itself is not just blue. It's just blue is the most dominant color in our atmosphere. It's actually made of multiple colors.
Well, do you know why
it's the rainbow when it rains?
Do you know why the sky is blue?
Because it's the most dominant color?
No, because if it was green, we wouldn't know where to stop cutting the grass.
The what? When to stop cutting the grass?
Yeah, we wouldn't know how to stop cutting the grass.
Oh, okay.
Because
I got you.
The grass ends, the sky starts also green. Yep. Yeah.
Sorry, okay, I had a teacher in middle school say that, and it has stuck with me for the rest of my whole life so far.
Yeah. So is that, well then that's the reason why sometimes you can't tell where the water water begins or the sky ends and the water begins.
That's just nature, man.
Yeah.
It's just Tommy Chong being high as shit.
Right.
Sitting up.
And, you know.
Hey, man.
Earth is flat. No, I'm just joking.
He came out of there, and I went, oh, this movie's going to get good.
Yeah. Gonna get real good.
I was watching it, I was like, is that fucking Tommy Chong? Let's go.
So what do you guys think of the movie?
Justin?
I mean, I really liked it.
But no, yeah, to piggyback the color thing, like, there's like, if you just sit there and get bored with, like, colors that exist, don't exist, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just read, like, a week and a half ago, I think, that on, like, the identified supernova explosions that we've, like, tracked or whatever, there's, like, shades of light, like, light orange or some shit that we cannot identify as an actual color. It's just there.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't go too scientific heavy in this. I was just focused on Nic Cage. It was because the premise of this movie is Nic Cage goes crazy, and I said, okay, how you gonna top that? Like, this is already a pretty crazy dude. Like,
well, wait, what are the probable ways that tomatoes could taste like shit if we're getting real science, you know?
I just want to point out that in The Godfather, and spoiler alert, but the movie's been out forever, Don Corleone, I almost said Don Vito. Wrong guy. Don Corleone dies to an orange. Do you know how much that upset me until I got older and realized that you can die at any time? And I stayed away from oranges for like 3 months. Because I, too, am Italian.
I mean, a lot of people don't like tomatoes. Some people are allergic
to my grandfather hated tomatoes.
Really?
Hated them.
The Italian one?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was going to say, no. That's kind of bad.
Right, yeah. That's a sin.
Yeah.
But no. My grandfather on my dad's side hated tomatoes. Would pick them off his burger, get them out of his salad, everything. You give that man a bowl of tomato soup, he'd drink it. Loved ketchup, just did not. I thinking about it now, it's probably a texture thing, and I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was confusing. When I was younger, it was like, you have to eat your vegetables, you have to eat your fruit, all this other stuff. Oh, Grandpa, you eat tomatoes. You gotta eat tomatoes. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I like tomato sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean, as you guys know, I eat pretty much everything.
You really do.
Yeah. But raw tomato, I have like a point where I'm like, yeah, fuck this.
Like me and my mom were at the grocery store.
But I'll still eat tomatoes, but like raw tomato. But like, that's one of the quicker ones I have where I'll be like, nope, can't anymore.
Yeah, with tomatoes.
Yeah, raw tomato only.
Like we just
I'll eat the hell out of red sauce spaghetti and stuff like that. Yeah, but
we just picked up beefsteak tomatoes. Like I love how thick they are and like going on burgers and whatnot. Yeah. God, I'm fucking hungry. Anyway, but yeah, this movie was good. Like it was different. Good. It was different for a Nic Cage film.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, the movie after this was really different for a Nic Cage film.
Yeah.
So, kill count?
Oh, yeah. The kill count was 9 kills, 9 people, 1 dog, and I think it was 4 llamas.
Okay.
Alpacas.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, alpacas.
So,
sorry.
I wanted to point this out, and I actually had to go back and watch this movie twice because when I was watching it the first time, I saw an alpaca. And I got excited about another movie we can watch in the future. On another, like, so bad, so good episode. Well, this one would be just so bad. It's called Alpacalypse.
Nice. I think I've heard of that, yeah.
I like that title.
There's this dude in this movie. I mean, the movie's complete shit. But there's a guy in this movie that in every scene he has a different shirt on.
Oh, okay.
They never leave the fucking farm. I don't know if it was just something that he didn't think anybody would have noticed, or they just filmed on different days, but every scene this man has a different shirt. Like, it is a C movie. Like, it is terrible. But I saw an alpaca, and I really like animals, and I was like, that's an alpaca. Apocalypse.
I'm so
Why is Nic Cage throwing away tomatoes?
Actually, I'm glad you guys told me that because I love llamas, and then I was sad that the llamas got killed in this movie. I was like, oh, llamas are so cool. No, I used to have a sign in my office that says "No drama, llama."
Nice. Yeah, they were alpacas because Nic Cage screamed, do you know how expensive these edibles are? They're alpacas.
Oh, yeah, he does. I guess, yeah, he does say it.
I'm going to give my Koffin rating.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this 2.5 coffins. Because I don't think I'll watch it again. Not that it was a bad movie or anything, but I'll probably just replay the scene of him throwing away tomatoes. That scene really stuck with me. Wow.
Yeah. That and the praying mantis, dimensional praying mantis versus emerging was really cool.
The glitch at the end, 20-year jump with Ward, I thought was cool too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He was like,
and the fact that he's like doing his best Michael B. Jordan basically at the end, like, fuck yeah.
Because for 20 years, only the people that were there knew what happened. I was waiting for like the DC logo to show up.
Right. Your Koffin rating?
I'm gonna go 3.25 coffins.
Fair enough.
Because it was good. I love the living hell out of all things Lovecraft. There's not enough of it in Hollywood, you bastards. Because there's so much that you could do amazing things with current technology with. But yeah, 3.25 coffins.
All right. Well, I gave it 4 coffins because I love the science fiction part of this movie, and I thought it, like I said, I got all physical. Why can't I say it now? See, now you can't say it. Thank you. About it and stuff like that. So it made me think. So I like movies that
maybe
do
if I was
that.
high as Tommy Chong in this film, I would.
Oh yeah, Tommy Chong was
gotten all that.
I was pleasantly happy that I saw him in this movie.
I'm so happy he didn't die.
All right. And
oh yeah, I gotta change to 3.5. I forgot about Tommy for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was so happy to see. I love that man too. I was so happy to see him in this movie. And I gotta say, before we move on, I really did like the daughter, the way she acted in this movie. You know, the acting she did in this movie, I should say, and the fact that she was a Wiccan and all that stuff, which kind of threw me off at the beginning. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what? I mean, it's a witch movie.
Yeah, the beginning. I was like, oh, I mean, like I know what she's doing, but
I mean, to me, that was one of the cooler openings in recent memory, just because of how it was. Like,
yeah. It's like, oh, this movie got crazy before Nic Cage showed up. Let's
go. Exactly.
Right. Yeah, and then, so I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, 4 coffins. I really enjoyed this movie.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah.
The last movie we have for tonight is Longlegs, which came out July 12th, 2024. Directed and written by Osgood Perkins. This stars Micah Monroe as Agent Lee Harker, Nicolas Cage as Longlegs, and Blair Underwood as Agent Carter. No, not that Agent Carter.
Yeah.
So the little fact that I found out about this was many of Longlegs' encrypted messages contain misspellings and poor grammar after being decoded. This is an homage to the Zodiac Killer, who was also known for his coded messages containing typos, which often made it more difficult to decode his message.
He was crazy, but that boy couldn't spell.
He needed a smartphone.
No, I was thinking even better. You have your serial killer, and then you got your speak and spell right on the left of what he's doing.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Do you know how menacing it would be if a serial killer came up to you and the way that they talk to you was through a speak and spell? I'd kill myself.
Yeah.
Give me the knife. I'll do it. It's fine.
I'll be honest.
Take the credit.
I'll be honest with you. For years when I was younger, I used to carry a pocket dictionary with me everywhere I went.
Really?
Yeah. Because I wanted to make sure I spelled things right if I had to spell something.
Indubitably.
Right.
Skibidiodo.
Idioto.
I just guessed and nobody corrected me. I love how we're talking about the dictionary and we just all quoted Waterboy. Blazing Saddles line of like when that redneck's talking, he's like, and the dude was like, that? He was like, I'm happy that these young kids were here. That was authentic frontier gibberish.
Yeah.
But back to Longlegs. I haven't hated a movie yet on this podcast. I don't hate Longlegs.
But you got close.
Yes. This movie, one, I thought had spiders in it, so I was already upset about that.
I was thinking the same thing.
Also, this movie's different. I didn't hate it. It was a very different art style. For a good part of this movie, it's that Dutch angle of like them looking up, but it's at an angle to where it's not exactly looking up. Mm-hmm. Like, out of all the movies we've watched, I have never bitched about like camera work or production. This movie drove me up a wall, along with another movie that we're going to record in a future episode. But the scenes where the family, like they're replaying what happened to the family with the daughter, Carrie Ann, when she's talking about like her parents going crazy and whatnot. It's this really wide shot, and all the action is in the fucking background. Like, I watched this movie on my phone, and I'm sure if I watched it on like TV, it'd probably still be hell. I tried zooming in, so I was like, do I not have the right like video quality or the right setting for like what? And sound design was really good in this movie. And it took me a while, more time than it should have, to realize who Nicolas Cage played. Because I just thought that was an old white woman. And then when he's in the convenience store or whatever and he does the cuckoo clock thing, I was like, oh my God, that's Nicolas. He's the killer?
Yeah.
That's kind of nuts. Because he doesn't play serial killers. I think this was the only time he ever did it.
Yeah.
And being a big...
The Happy Fun Time or whatever is pretty close to. The FNAF offshoot I was talking about that I keep forgetting the name.
He's not a serial killer in that.
No, I know, but like I meant like close-ish, like
not even close. I'm telling you.
No, I know, but like it's
to
like normal,
super
thinking people or whatever.
Gotcha.
It's close enough.
Gotcha.
Like
okay.
to the masses, it's close enough. Is my only point.
Yeah, as far as like a different role goes, 100%, yes. But I kind of pride myself on being like the friend who watches, serial killer documentaries. I was definitely that guy in high school.
Yeah. And
just like learning about, Dahmer and Son of Sam and, Manson, Charles. And just like all of that, and just like watching these like, Netflix documentaries about these sickos.
Family did it though. He did.
You are right. And we're going to get into that on a later episode. But where we talk about real horror. Speaking of which, Twilight turned 20 years old. I feel old as shit.
Oh, God.
But
why'd you have to say that?
Because Cedric Diggory died so Edward could sparkle. Anyway. I'm just full of shit jokes tonight. I'm sorry. Anyway. This movie...
I mean, you might as well do that dad joke from earlier now or whatever it was.
Oh. That terrible dad joke will be in a future episode. Different actor.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
This movie was just different. It was good. It took me a while. I'm probably going to have to watch it again, and it'll probably increase my rating. But this movie was weird to me, and I think that was supposed to be the point of it. Like, I don't know if the main character was supposed to be psychic or have autism. I was confused.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Or literally an inside job if you get to the end.
Yeah. Like, I thought she was a survivor of Longlegs, and that's why she knew all of this stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was most of the movie for me, too.
I was really confused.
Oh.
As much as she was.
And as I said before, I watched too many heady movies, so the fact that it was stumping me is an accomplishment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out Osgood Perkins. If this is the stuff that he does, then I'm gonna have to check out some of his other stuff.
Yeah, you just hope he doesn't replicate that camera angle.
Because it honestly felt like while I was watching it that the camera started to fall and just nobody cared.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, it's a static.
That's the
undershot.
thing they were going for, yeah.
And I mean, he has some really cool shots because when she's in the house and she comes out with the gun and she does like the ballerina like swoop thing with her gun, like the long arms.
Right.
The way that the camera pans in the opposite direction as she comes out, like that was really cool.
Yeah.
But just these, and like when people are talking and you take the camera and you angle it for a dramatic, stop that.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Yeah, I didn't even really care until the end when, so mom actually has said shotgun and stuff. Like, why are we still running with this? Can we just show mom with the shotgun and all that? Like, it's fine.
Yeah, this one was a trip for me.
I love shotguns.
So
sorry.
Well, a lot of what you said I kind of agree with, and this was not my favorite of the three movies. And one main reason is because the thing you guys know I hate is the pacing. This movie was so fucking slow.
This movie was all over the place.
And it was all over the place, but I do have some fun facts for you guys when it comes to this movie, and I have a conspiracy theory for you with this movie.
Let's go. It's been a while since we had a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
So, wrong theme.
Yep. So, so I'll jump into the first fun fact. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually didn't notice when I was watching this. I found out with my fun fact, and then it showed the scenes that it happened in, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't even notice that. The devil was actually in this movie, in several scenes in this movie. He was either in the background, the end of the movie when the head FBI guy closes his door, the devil's reflection is in the glass.
Oh.
But one of the reasons why they did that is because to hide the reflection of the camera. But they put the devil in the glass, so if you do decide to rewatch this movie, when it scenes where him closing the door, the devil's right there on the window. So
I'll have to rewatch
that. One of the scenes where she's in the cabin, her house cabin, whatever, by herself, and he shows up there. He's behind her, and then there's a scene where he's a shadow, and behind somebody. I forgot who it was, but that's a fun fact for this movie because I was like, damn, I didn't even see that at all.
I think the scene that took me out was when he started banging his head on the table.
Right.
Because of that was shock value. That came out of nowhere.
Well, and that was actually well shot.
Unlike everything else.
Weird angles, yeah.
Okay, and then another fun fact for you. That scene in the store when he was doing the weird cuckoo thing. His mom used to do that to him as a kid. So he basically based that part of the movie off of his mother. Because his mother used to do that to him.
Oh, you mean Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage in
real life.
That doesn't
surprise me at all.
Yeah, so his mom used to do that to him, and he was like, why?
Only Nicolas Cage would put a decent memory from his family in a serial killer movie.
I had read something that both Osgood Perkins and Nicolas Cage, this movie was dedicated to their mothers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which, oh my fucking God, okay.
Now, you guys are going to probably laugh at this, but I put the Nicolas Cage character, I was like, okay, Longlegs, so he was a devil-worshipping mime.
Yeah.
I was I was like, he looks like a freaking mime.
The thing with the doll, I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy, and then you find out he's like, oh, he's magical.
Right. And then I put...
I think what they were going for is that, he was somehow communing with Satan enough to get the, smoke paste shit to put into the balls, to put into the dolls.
And then I think...
And that controlled people somehow.
I think what the term for it was, I think it's like patricide or something like that, where the dad kills everybody in the family and then himself.
Yeah. Right? Well, yeah, that's like a theme in old underworld mythology too. Yeah. Not just pure Satanism or anything.
Right. So the same thing you mentioned, I put a note on that too. I was like, okay, so a lot of these I put FBI lady because I couldn't remember her name is, but I think it was Lee.
Yeah,
Lee Harker.
Yeah,
she did really good. I enjoyed her.
Yeah,
yeah. So I put FBI. Originally, I put FBI lady, but then when I realized her
you
name was
wanted her
Lee,
name.
yeah, I was like, okay, Lee, and so I put the FBI lady, which is Lee, was a psychic ?
Yeah, I didn't know what she was like. Because the scene where, and also there's a bunch of pictures of presidents for no reason. Like when he's talking to her and he's like, the hospital, the mental institution where Carrie Ann was, she's like 132 miles. The farm, 89, and there's just this picture of Bill Clinton right behind him.
Yeah.
And then when everything happens in the house when they show the dad do everything when he kills the priest and whatnot, there's just a picture on the turquoise wall of Reagan.
Yeah.
Now this is where we get into my conspiracy theory. All right. All right. So my conspiracy theory of this movie is she is not psychic. Okay, she is Longlegs' kid. That's the reason why the mother helps him. That's the reason why the doll making place is in the basement. And what it is that she has trauma for being his daughter. So all the things she's supposedly psychic about are being able to decipher the codes and all this stuff. She watched her dad do all this, and then at some point she got traumatized. Where when you I forget what they call it, where
PTSD.
There you go, that, and so she actually forgot. That's the reason why she had that.
My chest hair.
That's the reason why she had that flashback when she saw the Polaroid picture of him when she made it as a kid, and all of a sudden that flashes come of the scene at the beginning, which I made no sense to me whatsoever. I was for WTF the beginning, so I was like. But as watching this movie,
Nic Cage movie with the beginning to a little girl doing something. What?
So
oh my God! All three of these movies start with a girl doing something.
Yeah, right. Or younger-ish girl. Yeah, because Lavinia is definitely almost
she was in her teens
or whatever.
Wow.
So that's kind of where I was going with this movie. That's what helped me kind of make sense of this movie. I was like, oh, well, she's not really a genius. This is all stuff that she's slowly starting to remember, and that's the reason why she was able to decipher everything so fast, because she knows her dad's a bad speller or messes things up, and
my dad's dyslexic.
All this stuff.
Also might be a killer.
And then it also makes sense the conversation he had with her once they actually caught him in the what do you call it, interrogation room or whatever.
Yeah, right before he bashes his head open
the fact
forever,
that he was so happy to see her when she walked in. Because that's his daughter, and they're actually separated because they weren't in the same house, obviously. But he got to see his little girl, so he was happy about it. And then that also makes sense of the girl in the psycho ward, where they were saying, "Oh, we were both surprised when you became a cop. We thought it was funny."
Yeah, either so. I didn't get the vibe that she was his daughter. I got the vibe that she was the one. She was a victim that got away.
Well, it was part of that too, but then she was a victim because.
Yeah, no, I definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna side with you on that.
Okay, and then also the fact about the dolls. So when to me, this movie should have ended when the mom shot the doll, because when she shot the doll, it broke the little ball that's supposed to be in every doll or whatever, and you seen that poof of smoke that came out of her head. I was like, oh, okay, so that must have been it could have been the amnesia that she had, where everything started going into place. That's the reason why she didn't stop the one guy from killing his wife, and she was just standing there like in shock or whatever.
But Satan's smoke paste.
Right, yeah, so it was like a smoke thing, and then it also could have been the devil part of the whole movie is the fact that, once she shot that doll and the head blew up or whatever, the grip of the devil, the grip that the devil had on the FBI agent Lee went away when that happened. So there was no point for the mom to keep.
Oh my God!
Right, there was no reason for the mom to keep killing or helping kill, because the devil no longer had a hold on her daughter. There was no reason for her to go make any more dolls or anything like that. To me, once she blew up that head of that doll, that should have been the end of the movie, because then their grip on them from the devil is gone, because she blew up the head. So, right, exactly. So, let's see what else. Oh yeah, so that was my last note on this movie. But yeah, so that's my little conspiracy theory. I'll let you guys decide if you agree or don't agree. Or
I can definitely see where you're coming from, and if she's supposed to be his daughter, I'm gonna increase my rating to this movie.
Right.
I will forgo the shit.
I mean, I don't know if that's their intent, but that was the vibe I was getting because that what made most sense to me with this movie, other than being so damn slow.
Like the scene where she's got all the photos and she's just laying there with him. I was like, all right, we're gonna get the Rain Man scene. Oh, it's over.
Right. And then another thing is the only thing, I think the only time Nicolas Cage actually really overacted when he was in the car. And then that's another thing too that made me think that was his daughter, because she did the exact same thing when she was in the car.
When he's singing that song or whatever.
Yeah. No. After the scene with the thing like that where he was like, "Mommy, mommy."
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
No, mommy, no.
Right. And then she did the same thing in the car once she was on the way to her boss's house or whatever. She acted the exact same way. So I was like, oh, like mother, like father.
Crazy.
I mean, daughter like father. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot too.
Plus, that's what made the mom go cuckoo too, because her baby daddy was a psychopath.
Oh, I just thought hippies, but all right. Yeah.
Well, that too.
When you said that, the theory was that Lee is Longlegs' daughter, I was like, that means Longlegs had to have sex.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that claim on top of you?
But no, yeah, I actually like that one and can pretty much lightly agree with it. But I don't know. I mean, I thought it was just simpler than that. Like, she herself was like some kind of beautiful mind situation where she just like is able to figure stuff out, combined with her FBI training. And then, yeah, kind of like you were saying, Jeff, where she must have been like one of the first ones that somehow got away because her mom was crafty, obviously.
Right. Longlegs go talk to her. How are you? You're gonna be my daughter.
That also makes sense of how he knew exactly when her birthday was too.
Yeah, but he's also a serial killer. He probably had that written down on the bottom of his foot.
Or some bullshit, yeah.
I guess. I mean,
or next to all the weird ass pictures in his freaking grotto somewhere.
Yeah. His dossiers on everybody. Victim number 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Koffin ratings?
Okay, I'll go first. Like I said, other than my little conspiracy theory, I really didn't enjoy this movie too much because it was so damn slow. And the only reason why I came up with this conspiracy theory is to try to make sense of what the hell was going on in this movie.
This movie's too slow.
So,
I'm going to come up with something.
Yeah, exactly. So, I only gave it 1.5 coffins.
Whoa, we're getting low.
Right.
You just imagine watching a movie. I got to think of something. I got nothing to do.
There you go.
Something's got to make the time go by.
Yeah, pretty much.
Justin?
On that note, I'm absolutely obsessed with cars beyond a reasonable doubt to a point of probably badness. And that made me think of if I watch any of the 7 through 10, I would do the exact same thing. Just come up with something else to do while I have 7 through 10 on. Yep. So that's saying something about those movies. If I'm absolutely ridiculously obsessed with cars and I'm like, yeah, I'm not touching that.
God, this movie's so slow. That's a cool car he's got.
But no, I'm just gonna go 2 coffins. It was good, and I liked a lot of the serial killer lore-ish elements to a T, but I'm sorry. No, you go ahead.
That was my issue, and this is not on the director or anybody in this movie. This is on me. I wanted it to be that he was just a serial killer, that he was just cracked out, because that's almost scarier to me than the I don't know, the devil showing up.
Yeah, the influence of Satan or whatever.
And in a lot of movies and whatnot, I feel like the devil has been. I'm just kind of desensitized.
Yeah.
Desensitized to it, because it's I'm here for your soul, dude. I've sold it twice for Kiss tickets. Take it, run for it. But
yeah,
just
I don't know if I have one anymore, and I'm not a ginger, so I
right.
I'm not a ginger. That's funny.
The Koffin Click podcast loves gingers.
Yes, we do. I'm very close. That's why I said
my very first girlfriend ever was a ginger, so.
But I wanted this movie just to be like, oh, like, could you imagine it, like, it ending and be like, by the way, this was based on a true story?
Yeah.
Never saw some Law and Order Criminal Minds. Where we all hide in this one?
Yeah.
Right.
So I gotta give this 2 coffins. It didn't do it for me as a Nicolas Cage movie, and it didn't do it for me as being a fan of the genre.
Yeah, serial killer, slasher, etc. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna rewatch it. Maybe it'll up a rating, but
rewatch it with my conspiracy theory in mind.
Well,
tell me what you think.
Between that and your theory on what The Color Out of Space was about, I think I'm fucked.
Right.
So that's the end. We're gonna go ahead and close the coffin on the Wicker Man, Color Out of Space, and Longlegs.